What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing some insane battles in the Catch Cup submitted to the channel by gargaakarsh, who's going to be running a triple shadow team with Honchkrow in the lead, Marshtomp as the safe swap, and Regice as the closer. Now I haven't even battled Giovanni this season because I thought Shadow Regice was completely useless, but after watching gargaakarsh utilize it as a closer in these battles, I am fully recommending that you go and battle Giovanni right now and pick one up, because this thing is absolutely devastating when shields are down, and it did manage to nuke every single Pokemon in this video aside from one Galarian Stunfisk, which did live on 1 HP. Now Shadow Honchkrow does help a lot in the quest to get shields down, and Marshtomp can really spam those surfs and mud bombs to add even more shield pressure. With that being said, let's just get into the question of the day. What is the most underrated Shadow Legendary Pokemon we've been able to catch so far in Pokemon Go? Let me know in the comment section down below, and with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so going into the first battle, we lead Shadow Honchkrow into Golbat, a fairly okay lead, I guess. They're going to barely outpace us to the charge move though. We can technically live a Poison Fang, and we're going to let it go through. It does a lot of damage there, so we're probably going to go for the Sky Attack and then swap into our Marshtomp, and that's exactly what we do. We grab an early shield advantage, and the opponent, I'm not sure, is this enough energy for a Shadow Ball? We do shield it up, it's just a Poison Fang bait unfortunately, but now we can go for a Surf. This won't be enough damage to take them out, but it does actually grab the final shield. And one thing you're going to see in these battles is that when shields are down, Shadow Regice is just going to absolutely obliterate everything in this meta. The opponent goes for that Poison Fang, we do live it, we make it to another Surf, and this will be enough to take out the Golbat. They've got a Charger Bug in the back, so very unique pick here. We can easily let this move go through, and the opponent goes for an X-Scissor, doesn't do an awful lot of damage. We're going to overfarm, and we barely don't tap on the Blizzard in time before they make it to another X-Scissor, so we do use our final shield. Now going to full send the Blizzard, and from this range, Blizzard one-shots the Charger Bug. They've got Galarian Stunfisk in the back. We make it to the Focus Blast in time. Does this one-shot them? It barely doesn't take them out there, but it doesn't matter. They make it to the Rock Side. It will take out the Regice, but we can come in with either Pokemon, get the farm down, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we see a Galarian Slowking. The opponent swaps into a Bruxish. So this is clearly a Psychic Cup team so far, and they go for a Psychic Fangs, and that actually does chunk a bit considering they're using Confusion and Psychic Fangs. But we can go for the back-to-back Sky Attacks. Gonna be grabbing the first shield, gonna grab the second shield as well, and at this point, are we going to let the Honchkrow go down? No, we do use a shield here. We should be able to fully snarl farm them down, but instead we swap into Shadow Regice, and once again shields are down. We're going to see Shadow Regice go to absolute town here as we go for the Focus Blast into this shiny Lapras, and Focus Blast takes out the Lapras from full health. They come in with the Slowking, and the opponent does just concede the match. Into the next battle, we see a Delphox in the lead, just had a community day, so understandable that opponent wants to use it straight away. Gonna go for that Sky Attack, grabbing the first shield from the opponent, and that's the beautiful thing about Shadow Honchkrow in the lead, is that we will be grabbing shield advantage pretty much every single matchup unless the opponent does outpace us to the charge moves. Here we come in with the Marshtomp, and we go for a Mud Bomb to take them out. And by the way, if you're running Marshtomp and you've got Surf and Mud Bomb, you should always go Surf when both moves are going to hit for super effective damage, like in this matchup, because Mud Bomb does 55 energy while Surf does 65 energy, 55 damage and 65 damage, and they are both 40 energy, so Surf definitely more energy efficient, but here it doesn't really matter too much. We go for the second Mud Bomb, we take them out, and they've got a Drapion in the back, and here we should definitely go for Mud Bomb as it is super effective, so that is the right play, and it's a CMP tie with the Drapion. We're actually going to shield this up. They go for an Aqua Tail, and now we're just going to swap into the Shadow Regice just because we can. We can live anything from this range, and we will be able to make it to a Blizzard. They get the defense drop, does not matter because Blizzard will be enough damage to one-shot the Drapion, and we take that game. Into the next battle, Honchkrow into Dunsparce. Bit of a tricky matchup, of course, with the rollouts and the rock slides, but we do make it to the charge move on a CMP tie with the potential rock slide. So we do land it. It does big damage, and now we're going to shield up the rock slide, and I mentioned we're going to go for a catch here on the next charge move, but no, we actually just go for another sky attack, and this should guarantee a shield, although the opponent has CMP tied us once again. Are we going to let Honchkrow go down? Yes, we are. We let it go. We can come in with the Marshtomp now, and we should just be able to go for a farm down, but no, we're going to go for that CMP tie, going for a Mud Bomb once again, and that does take out the Dunsparce, and let's see what the opponent has in the back. The opponent is thinking about what to do. They come in with a Hitmonchan, and this is not a Pokemon that our Regice wants to see in the back, so it's great that they're coming in with it now. We actually go for a charge move on the CMP tie. They go for close combat, and I've just noticed this Hitmonchan is like literally 1200 CP, so they probably just caught it as it is and thrown it in straight away. But here, they've got a Pelipper in the back, and although we're not running Thunder, it does not matter. We can go for the Blizzard here, and even if they go for a Hurricane, which they do, it barely doesn't take them out, but this Blizzard will easily be enough damage to take out the Pelipper, and once again, Shadow Regice just closing so strong in the Catch Cup right now. Into the next battle, awful matchup, but we're choosing to stay in, and we're gonna go for a Dark Pulse straight away. This might grab a shield here. No, it just one-shots the Togedemaru, and they've got a second Electric type, and now they come in with Galarian Stunfisk. So even though this team is like triple strong up against Honchkrow, we just took out the first Pokemon. And yeah, that's pretty insane. We're going to let a rock slide go through. We can tank at least one charge move, and I imagine we do shield in this matchup. Although we don't have to, and no, we're not going to, and we're actually going to come back in with the Honchkrow. We can make it to Dark Pulse number 2. We've seen it do big damage already, and we actually grab the final shield from the opponent here. And now we're going to continue to overfarm. The opponent also farming to throw just before we get to a charge move. So really good counting from the opponent, but I don't think it matters too much. In this scenario, I actually don't mind going for Mud Bomb just in case the opponent does make a catch onto their Lantern, because of course Surf would be resisted. But here we go for the Mud Bomb. We should get the farm down now, and that's even better for us. And now we've got our Shadow Marshtomp into the Lantern. We've got a shield advantage. We can let the Surf go through as well, and this should be a very easy match. We can go for Mud Bomb number 1, and this isn't going to do too much damage, but a second Mud Bomb will easily be enough to take them out here. The opponent is going to throw a Surf here, hoping that for whatever reason we don't get to a second Mud Bomb, but that's not going to be the case. Mud Bomb takes out the Lantern, and we take that game. Into the next battle, Excadrill in the lead. Not a good matchup for us. Are we going to try and catch a move? No, we're not. We're going to shield up this rock side. This honestly probably would take us out. Excadrill and Shadow Honchkrow, both very classy Pokemon, very attack weighted. We go for a Sky Attack bait, and they're still... Actually, we're going to win CMP here, and we can only make it to the Sky Attack. It's resisted, but it takes out the Excadrill. That is absolutely insane. And the opponent comes in with a Steelix with Thunder Fangs, which is crazy. We're going to go for that Dark Pulse. It does huge damage. Now we can come in with the Marshtomp, get the full farm down probably. They go for Psychic Fangs. Doesn't really matter too much. These Thunder Fangs aren't doing that much. And now they come in with a Toxicroak. We can go for the back-to-back Mud Bombs here. First one grabs the shield, and actually no, we're just going to come in with the Regice because we can, and we're going to go straight for that Blizzard, and this Blizzard will be enough to one-shot the Toxicroak, and we take that game. Into the next battle, Battle of the Flyers. We've got Honchkrow into Noctowl. We do make it to the Sky Attack on the CMP tie with this Noctowl, as they also go for a Sky Attack straight away. We are going to shield in this matchup, and we should be able to grab that shield back straight away, as we do outpace them to the second charge move here. Gonna go for the Sky Attack straight away, and this does grab the shield back from the opponent. At this point, we let the Honchkrow go down. Most likely, no, we're actually gonna double shield here. Interesting play, and now they come in with Galarian Stunfisk. We're going to go for that Dark Pulse, and Dark Pulse does huge damage, and then we catch the rock slide onto our Marshtomp. Amazing play here. This is resisted, and now we will be able to easily outpace them to the charge move here, as they do have to full send the Earthquake. We go for Mud Bomb, grabbing the final shield from the opponent. They do make it to the Earthquake just about in time, and this Earthquake takes out the Marshtomp, but let's see what we want to do here. We're going to come in with the Shadow Regice here. They're going to make it to a rock side just before we get the farm down, but we will live this as we've already seen, and a loaded Shadow Regice is going to be absolutely deadly. They come in with a Snorlax. We go for the Focus Blast. We one-shot the Snorlax. Snorlax is no joke. It is a very bulky Pokemon. We swap into the Honchkrow and we force the opponent to throw a Sky Attack, wasting their energy, and now we should be able to lock on, farm down the Noctowl, and we should make it to a last-second Focus Blast just for the sake of it. I think we could have got the lock on farm down, but why not full send the Focus Blast, take out the Stunfisk, and we take that game. Into the next battle, another battle of the Flyers, and once again gonna go straight for that Sky Attack into the Noctowl, and the opponent does actually shield the first charge move. We are seeing a little bit of lag, but I don't think it really matters. The opponent goes for a Sky Attack, we do correctly shield it up, and now we're actually going to full send the Dark Pulse, but the opponent did swap out. I didn't see what they swapped into, but let's see. It's another Galarian Stunfisk, so it might be the same team. We tried to swap and catch the Rock Slide. Unfortunately, the opponent is well disciplined. They do farm to the Earthquake, they full send it as well, but now we can over farm massively, go for a Mud Bomb, and if the opponent does use a shield, no, they're not going to shield there, and that is the right play because we would have made it to another Mud Bomb in time. And now they come in with the Noctowl. We can spam these Surfs. Gonna go for the first one. Surf does decent damage. A second Surf might actually threaten all of their health, so let's see. Sky Attack won't take us out. We're actually going to swap back into the Honchkrow. We make it to a Sky Attack of our own, and this Sky Attack does take out the Noctowl, and they've got a Drapion in the back, and we barely make it to a Sky Attack in time, and this will be grabbing the final shield from the opponent. It's also a CMP tie, which is huge for us. And it's just an Aqua Tail as well. Now we can come in with the Shadow Regice, and this is once again gonna be another sweep by the Regice. Well, I say sweep, it's only one Pokemon we're taking out, but we are gonna be able to close very strong with the Shadow Blizzard, and Blizzard takes out the Drapion, and we take that game. Into the next battle, great lead into Victory Bell, although I'm sure they probably could just fully Razor Leaf farm us down if they wanted to invest 2 shields. But here we have the absolute perfect response to a Magcargo. The opponent goes for Overheat, that does big damage. Throw our move, we've got 100 energy, what are we doing? We're going to go for the Surf here, and this does grab a shield, but the opponent will be able to double shield and align their Pokemon their way they want to, so definite misplay on our end here. We come in with our Shadow Honchkrow. We can now go for a Sky Attack. This will take out the Magcargo, and now it's all up to a 2-shield Shadow Regice, and we will be able to make it to a Blizzard in time up against the Victory Bell, and this is easily going to be able to one-shot the Victory Bell, and now we're going to be able to see another Focus Blast landing onto a Lapras, and once again I think we're going to see a one-shot here. Focus Blast does one-shot the Lapras, and we take that game. So Shadow Regice just absolutely devastating as a closer in the Catch Cup. Next battle we see a Shadow Swampert in the lead. The opponent overfarms, throwing on a CMP tie, which is really good for us as we do win the CMP tie. And we've grabbed a shield advantage. We're actually going to let the Shadow Honchkrow go down. Interesting play here. We now come in with a baby Swampert and we win CMP with the Surf. Is this enough damage to take them out? It actually is enough damage, and that's huge for us. And now we can go for a Mud Bomb on the CMP tie with a potential crunch with this Drapion. And the opponent lets it go through. It is the CMP tie. We're going to let the move go through. It's just an Aqua Tail, so that's huge. And the opponent then swaps and catches onto a Ferrothorn. Not ideal for us. Mud Bomb doesn't do too much. And a Focus Blast, like we've seen against a lot of the Pokemon weak to fighting, probably does just barely one-shot them. We're going to shield up the Power Whip. And now we can overfarm just a tiny bit. Go for that Focus Blast. This will grab the final shield from the opponent. And I think we already know what's going to happen here. We're going to have yet another sweep with this Shadow Regice. We actually let the Power Whip go through. We still make it to the Focus Blast in time, and this will easily take out the Ferrothorn from this range. And they've got the Shadow Drapion, sorry, regular Drapion. We swap and we catch a move, but we're going to use a shield anyways, and they are back-to-back Aqua Tails, so this Aqua Tail should be taking us out. No, it actually doesn't, and the Mud Shot does register. We take out the Drapion, and we take that game. Into the next game, another Bruxish in the lead. Very good lead for us. Gonna go for a Sky Attack straight away. This time the opponent doesn't throw on alignment, so we do. But the opponent just lets it go through. We one-shot the Bruxish. And what is the opponent going to do now? They come in with an Excadrill. We're going to overfarm, throwing on CMP once again. The opponent Not the best play here, and we're going to grab a shield from this extra drill. Are we going to shield as well? No, we're going to let the Honchkrow go down. Absolutely fine with that. We can come in with the Marshtomp. They will barely make it to a charge move before us, and now we do lose CMP. Drill Run does grab our shield, but we can go for the Mud Bomb, and this Mud Bomb will be enough damage to take out the extra drill or grab the final shield. And now here we're going to overfarm. The opponent swaps into a Whimsicott. We come in with our Shadow Regice, and once again this is going to be another Pokemon where we will be able to easily nuke it with this Shadow Blizzard, and Blizzard does completely one-shot the Whimsicott. They come back in with the Excadrill, and we can let this move go through. And we're going to do that. Drill Run does take us out, and now we can go for a Mud Bomb. The opponent was at back-to-back charge moves, but it doesn't matter. We still have a shield remaining, and Mud Bomb from this range will be enough damage to take out the Excadrill, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we see a Scrafty in the lead, so we're going to stay in actually. These Snarls are doing absolutely nothing, by the way. The opponent going to go straight for a power-up punch, and I guess it does make sense to stay in because obviously Shadow Regice doesn't really want to be aligned with this Pokemon either. The opponent doesn't respect the damage. Opponent, come on, shield the Sky Attack. Shadow Honchkrow is not to be messed about. This thing deals so much damage, and yeah, well, I mean, we've seen it so many times in this battle already, or in this video, sorry. But here we're going to go for that Focus Blast, grabbing a shield. Of course, Shadow Regice could potentially run Earthquake, which would be super effective, although Focus Blast probably doesn't do that much less damage. We're now going to come in with our Shadow Marshtomp. We've got 2 shields. Let's see what the Marshtomp can do. Going to shield up the Surf there. The opponent goes for a catch. Nice play, but we hold on to the energy. Now we can just spam Surfs. This first Surf does deal some decent damage, and we also force the opponent to throw the energy, which is huge, as I don't think we would have made it to the charge move there. Would have been very close, but now we can go for a Surf into this Golbat, and this will grab the final shield from the opponent, and we make it to another Surf on the CMP tie. Absolutely massive. Surf takes out the Golbat, and now we should be able to make it to back-to-back Mud Bombs in time. Honestly, one Mud Bomb plus the Mud Shots probably would take them out there, and the opponent concedes the match. Into the next battle, we see a Jumpluff in the lead. Please, opponent, just use your shield this time around. Let's see. We go for that Sky Attack. The opponent lets it go through, and Jumpluff is a very bulky Pokemon, so it does actually live that. We're now going to shield up the Acrobatics. That would one-shot a Shadow Honchkrow, and they make it to another charge move. Is this an Acrobatics? It is, so we do double shield, but we get a huge farm down. We've got nearly 100 energy. We go for the Sky Attack into this Excadrill. This probably grabs a shield. No, the opponent actually calls it. And now we're just going to spam Sky Attacks into the Excadrill. A second Sky Attack will be enough damage to take them out. And once again, the opponent throws on CMP. We get to a third Sky Attack, grabbing both shields back from this Excadrill. Absolutely massive play here. Rockside does take us out. And now we would have been able to fully farm them down there, so the opponent swaps into their Galarian Rapidash. Nothing will be able to one-shot our Shadow Regice. High horsepower does big damage, but what does even bigger damage is going to be this Blizzard as it one-shots the Rapidash. And now we will be able to fully lock on, farm down the Excadrill, and we take that game. So going into the final battle of this video, we have got a Drifblim in the lead. Great lead for us, and we're going to go for that Sky Attack straight away once again. And even though it is only neutral damage, we're easily going to grab a shield in this matchup. We also have to respect the damage from an Icy Wind. That would pretty much take us out from full health here. And now we will be able to win CMP, so we do go for that overfarm. I really like this play. Sky Attack, even though it's debuff, still takes out the Drifblim. They've got a Scrafty in the back. We're going to go for another Sky Attack. It is debuffed, but Sky Attack does grab the final shield from the opponent. And now we do swap out, not wanting to get farmed down. The opponent goes for an Acid Spray, and that is a very interesting move, and then they swap and they catch onto, I believe, a Dragonair. Great catch by the opponent, by the way, catching the resisted Surf. The one time we actually go for Surf when it's neutral, and they do manage to catch it like that, so good play by the opponent. But we can come in with our Shadow Regice here. We can let this move go through, just an Aqua Tail, and we will be able to get a lock-on farm down, and now we should be able to make it to a Focus Blast up against the Scrafty. They can Acid Spray us if they want. No, they go for Power Punch. Doesn't matter, we make it to the Focus Blast, and this Focus Blast is gonna one-shot the Scrafty, and we take that game. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know, and as well, don't forget to respond to the question of the day if you haven't done so already. And as for my response, I'm just going to have to go with Shadow Regice based on these battles alone. This thing just put in so much work, it was absolutely insane. Now, if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.